Chopin ahead of us, a recital from David Weil. But first, a slight diversion from a brand new label.
Yes, this is very interesting. It's a sort of bid to take over the world, I think, from Edition Peters, or Peters, I should perhaps say. And they've done one of those rather sort of, what shall I say, sort of bossy urtext editions of French music that they did. Peters came in when Debussy went out of copyright and showed the French how they ought to have been editing their music and so on. They've done precisely that with Faure Nocturnes, and then they've got a record label which they can record their edition on, and they've got an artists' agency to which Daniel Grimwood appears to have subscribed. So the whole thing is Peter's edition and Daniel Grimwood, and who better to front anything than Daniel Grimwood? I have a great admiration for his playing. And this is, I mean, I just love a pianist who can write, the goal of Fauré's harmonic pathway is usually obscure and seems to symbolise what I perceive to be the essence of his philosophical message, that the journey is more important than the destination. Isn't that great? It's the Faure of the late song cycles. That's a memorial piece for Noémie Lalo, in 1913, and it's a marvellous piece, actually. But you can't really tell, I think, that it was recorded in the famous Wyerston Concert Hall near Monmouth, the Nimbus Concert Hall, isn't it? That's what it was built as that. And I feel that a little bit more of the concert hall would have been helpful to the sound.
It's very close, isn't it? It's intimate, which doesn't necessarily...
Not in that one, but the louder ones
are
really quite... barnstorming in a not very nocturne-like way, but that's
I mean, that's such a strange harmonic world, isn't it? That's late Fauré, and there's hints of not just Debussy, but Satie almost, that sort of obsessive pedal note, and in a slightly alien key as well.
Well, that's true, and of course what's interesting is that he's got to that world through a particular very, very complicated pathway of his own, in a quite different way. I mean, Debussy and Satie get to where they got really through a process of, dare I say, simplification, or cutting to the chase, at least we could say that, whereas Fauré has followed his strange harmonic path through the whole of the 19th century to arrive there. Really remarkable.
And you never find the Nocturnes recorded together like this, do you? Hardly ever. I mean, I can't find another currently available recording just of the 13 Nocturnes. And Grimwood's playing. I mean, he's an interesting pianist, and he's played period instruments. He's played a period era for Liszt and Chopin on disc, hasn't he?
Indeed, and in a temperament, actually, tuned in a peculiar way. It was a great record, that.
That's well worth looking at if you haven't heard of Grimwood's Liszt. What did you think of his Fauré?
I loved it. Yes, very good. Except I found it a little bit hectored. It depended. I had to choose which machine I listened to it on.
Well, Fauré's 13 Nocturnes together in this recital from Daniel Grimwood, launching this new label, Edition Peters. We wish them well.
Yes.
And from a new venture to a venerable artist, Mancunian pianist David